The polls will open this Sunday, April 8 for the Hungarian parliamentary election, deciding the fate of the rebellious European Union state. Current Prime Minister Viktor Orban looks confident to win a fourth term in office after polling experts agreed he will secure an absolute majority. The latest election polls from Publikus gave Mr. Orban's Fidesz, Hungarian Civic Alliance, and the Christian Democratic People's Party, KNDP, coalition at least 45 points. Meanwhile, a Századveg opinion poll gave the incumbent PM a 36-point lead over its opposition with 51 points. But the real count will come on Sunday, and despite the seemingly clear-cut figures, experts have labeled the election extremely unpredictable. Ágoston Samuel Meraz, chief of analytics agency Nézőponttz, said, "It is incredibly hard to predict anything, because there are too many question marks." Political capital analyst Attila Juhász agreed with the sentiment, saying, "It is very hard to say just how the parliament's makeup will change, because in my opinion, the current election belongs among the most unpredictable ones." Mr. Orban is a controversial figure among EU leaders, having built his platform on one of the most hardline anti-immigration positions. In 2016 he proposed to raise a giant wall to stop the flow of migrants into Europe. Getty Hungary election polls. Viktor Orban looks to win a stirring majority in the parliamentary election. Getty Hungarian election polls. Experts have agreed Mr. Orban's victory is almost a sure thing. The Hungarian PM has often styled himself as the self-appointed defender of a Christian Europe, earning his popularity with Hungary's right-wing elements. Fidesz will secure an absolute majority. Ágoston Samuel Meraz, Nézőponttz. Since the start of campaigning, the election has been marred by allegations of fake news, leaks and cross-party spying. But Mr. Orban's government has also been lauded for rejuvenating the economy after 8 years of crippling socialist rule, stabilizing the national budget deficit and paying off a 2008 World Monetary Fund loan to the tune of £10.7 billion, €12.3 billion. Now Hungary will have to decide whether this is enough for Mr. Orban to hold on to his 133-seat stronghold in the 199-member National Assembly. Wiki Hungary election polls. Mr. Orban's Fidesz leads in all opinion polls. The PM's biggest rival, György Karácsony of MSZP Dialogue, looks to suffer a crushing defeat tomorrow. The last Publikus poll gave the MSZP only around 19 points, and even less so in the Századveg poll, 15 points. Mr. Meraz now conceded the odds are in favor of Mr. Orban winning on Sunday. He said, "The probability of this happening is around 70 to 80%. Fidesz will secure an absolute majority. I would give it 10 to 15% at most, to secure a two-thirds majority or losing the election." The bigger question, the experts said, is who will join Fidesz in parliament once the votes are cast and counted. Both experts agreed it is hard to predict which party will manage to cross the electoral threshold, which sits at 5% of the vote, or 10% for coalitions. At the moment, Mr. Meraz said the MSZP will struggle with the boundary. He said, "I would say that one of the biggest question marks surrounding the 2018 election is whether or not the MSZP enters parliament." The expert added, "If I were to place a bet, then I would say they will get in, although barely. This is a struggle for survival for them."